Mike's Adventures at Home!
Hey, guys. You would not believe the weekend I just had. It's Monday now, recording this on Monday. Saturday. If you live around here, we had a bit of a snowstorm. No big deal, generally. This time, basically what happened was Andrea had this plan. She was going to go on a trip to Kansas City, and everything was very fine, and that was fine, but the roads were a little worse than we thought, and the car got banged up. It's no one's fault. It's not her fault. I don't blame her in any way, shape, or form. I'm glad she's okay. She's completely okay, by the way. Completely okay. But the car is totaled, unfortunately. Well, she calls me up, and I wasn't with her at the time. She calls me up and says, "Oh, can you, the car got banged up." I'm like, "Are you okay?" She's okay, and everything's okay. So I go get her with my friend Shayna, who's a beautiful human being, by the way. Shayna, we love you. We get in the car, and the plan is I'm going to go to my parents' house, I'm going to get their truck, I'm going to go I'm going to get the truck, and then we're going to go, and then I'm going to take the truck, and I'm going to go get her. Well, we get down to my parents' house, and then plans are changed, and Shayna wants to go, so we get the truck, and then Shayna's like, "Well, but I'm going with you," and then we're like, "Oh, why don't we just take your car?" So we turn around, we go back, and we get in her car, and then we go. The whole time I've walked in and out of my parents' house for like 5-6 times, because my brain was just out there, you know what I mean? Just a little addle. It was good. It was all good. But so we get on the road and everything's fine. We're traveling fine. The roads have cleared up by now, so it's all good. And we get there and we pick her up, and she's been a little bored, a little lonely, feeling a little guilty, but that's fine. You know, these things happen. It's whatever. You can't control it. So we go and we look at the car, and that freaks me out because the car is super destroyed, and yet she's fine. And I'm like, "Oh man, how did you?" And I was so scared, and I'm like, "Oh." So we get back, and we go back to Lincoln, and then we have some drinks that night, stay at Shayna's place. Good time. Thanks again, Shayna and Bill. You're wonderful people. I wish other people were as good as you. If you don't shut up! Anyway. So I called today, and I called the insurance company, and the guy was just so rude. Couldn't you believe it? He was just, all this stress in my life right now, all this stuff, and he was being rude to me. He said, "Well, you should have been girl with me." Rude little fuck. So I go down there, and I'm like, "Hey, maybe you won't be rude in person." And then I wait in the parking garage, and he's still being rude! So rude! So I'm a little stressed.